Hi everyone, I am Lord Van Emard Lucagbo, and I am going to present to you the research journal that I have chosen, which entitled Mapping Accessibility in the Historic Urban Center of Bucharest for Earthquake Hazard Response. Planning for post-disaster accessibility is essential in providing emergency and other services to protect life and property in the impacted areas in the aftermath of such events. Careful planning is especially critical in congested historic districts where narrow streets and at-risk structures are more common or prevail. One of the more common methods of measuring accessibility, the use of isochrones, may be particularly inappropriate in the congested historic areas. Bucharest, Romania is a city with such an older historic core of buildings and narrower streets. Earthquakes are among the natural disasters that generate the greatest human and material losses. Many areas of high seismic risk are urbanized and densely populated. In addition, and coincidentally, many countries in transition are characterized by urban growth is uncontrolled and including a number of large. Thus, an increase in such disasters and their impacts can reasonably be anticipated. The main objective of the study is to integrate the geospatial data in thematic mapping products and to use GIS techniques in order to provide solutions for seismic risk management within Bucharest. Unlike most studies that relate to community's response after an earthquake occurrence, the critical analysis of the emergency situations management generated by it, the present study demonstrates the importance of GIS analysis in detecting potential congestion and inaccessibility issues in areas where buildings will likely collapse as a result of an earthquake. Now, for the methods, mapping the accessibility of the central area of Bucharest, which is an area highly vulnerable to earthquakes, was completed using GIS techniques incorporating spatial analysis. The calculation of accessibility was based on the geometric structure of the public transport network, such as buses, trams, and other ground services, and also walking and cycling networks. Now, for the results and discussion. Inventorying buildings with high seismic risk combined with precise mapping of their location, which is shown in the figure 3, and reveals a clear view of their intensity in the historic areas that is shown is in. Now for the results and discussion. Inventorying buildings with high seismic risk combined with precise mapping of their location, which is shown in the figure 3, and reveals a clear view of their intensity in the historic areas, which is shown in figure 4. In the areas of the highest density, most of the buildings have 2 or 3 floors, and because of their uncertain legal status after 1990, they experience an increasingly advanced degree of degradation. The density of buildings here in Figure 5 with high seismic risk shows a very high concentration in the historical center of Bucharest. Looking at the map of the seismicity at the level of Bucharest, it becomes obvious that the inherent risks from earthquake damage are greatest in central Bucharest, including the historical center. In conclusion, GIS can effectively be used as an analytical and decision-making tool in planning for hazard mitigation. GIS properly employed provides knowledge concerning emergency response accessibility in areas where physical structures are degraded and pose higher risk of collapse. Such knowledge is critical in anticipating the impact of disaster. Injury, loss of life, and damage to property is minimized through more effective and rapid emergency response. The last major disaster event that took place in Romania, which is the fire in Collective Club, brought the attention of the local and national authorities the major risk that an earthquake can have. The study reveals the importance of accessibility of the buildings for the means of intervention, but also the shortcomings in the provision way of selected emergency response services. These lessons are applicable across numerous cities with similar built environments. Thank you for watching.